found a nice spot. I mean, it's by the highway, but there's no one around here. And the lighting tonight is wicked. It is wicked. Yes, it's wicked right now. I love it. I love it. Maybe we'll catch it. Maybe I'll catch it on the while I'm filming. So I believe the last so I left my job on Friday. And I've come to realize that I believe this has become a season. This has been a season of me standing up for myself. Really knowing my truth, standing in my power, not letting anybody take it from me. And then saying what I want to say. I started having this realization probably a couple weeks ago. And then I actually did something that was right for me on Friday. I have not spoken with anyone, but I know what I'm gonna say, and I know how I'm gonna do it and everything. So anyway, the point of what this season is for me was reiterated, emphasized today as I was having a conversation with my youngest daughter about the same thing. About her doing it for herself, and about, I explained to her, I don't care who it is, if especially if it's a cousin or a friend or whoever it is, no one gets to choose for you. Nobody gets to assert dominance over you, or tell you what to do, and make you sit down and just take it. But she has been. She didn't want to hurt feelings. She didn't want to hurt anybody's feelings. She didn't want to get in trouble from adults if she was to tell the kid that was younger than her no. Oh gosh. Yeah, so I sat her down. I was like, look, you are so strong, and you are a leader, and you are generous, and you're kind. You have a gigantic heart, and you're strong-willed, and you know what you want, and I said, I told her that people see that, other kids see that. They do. And especially if they're smaller than her. And they feel like she could be some kind of threat to whatever, to anything. If she, you know, if they feel like she could be a threat to anything, you know, if they feel like she could take something that's theirs, or they think that's theirs, whether it's a person or a thing or whatever it is, they're gonna try to bring her down and to make her sit down lower than how high she's standing. Okay, and you know, I encouraged her. I suggested, you know, what she could say, because I'm not the type of parent. I'm not the type of parent that goes behind my child and takes care of their battles for them. No, I've never done that. As badly as I want to. Okay, my oldest daughter, there were times where I wanted to go straight up to the school she was going to and say some words to people, but it wouldn't have been in the best interest of her at all. And now, you know what? She is strong as hell. She does not back down. She has a very strict boundaries. You know, she has, her boundaries are, you know, they're, what's the word? They're not ridiculous. It's for her own, like, it's her own self-love. You know, it's her own self-respect, and she sets them and she maintains them. And I'm proud of her for that. She can definitely stand her own, and she's a little bitty thing too. It doesn't matter the size though, but you wouldn't think that, you know, that she was like that, but she is. And now if I were to go and have picked her battles for her and took care of things for her and talked to people's parents and, you know, like, I told her to just stay away and like stuff like that, she wouldn't be able to stand tall and have those boundaries that she does today. So I'm doing the same thing with my youngest. It is hard for me not to say something, you know, hey, get off my daughter, like, why are you messing with her, you know, like, what are you doing? Why are you trying to control my daughter? Like, what are you doing that for? You know, but what's the point of me doing that? Number one, she's a kid. She's not gonna know the answer to that. Number two, this is giving my daughter the opportunity to build her confidence in standing up for herself, okay, and defending herself, and also, yeah, it's making her value herself more. It's helping her to see her own value. It's showing her how strong she is. Okay, it's doing a lot of things. So we'll see tomorrow. But my point is that having this conversation with her today just really emphasized the fact that the things that I've been dealing with lately have been the ultimate stand in your damn truth. Stand in your damn power, Dana. And do not let anybody take your power away. That is exactly what's happened. Because I've got to the point where, I mean, it's like, to make that happen, like, the universe will make it to where, like, if you, I don't know how to explain this. If you're not getting something, and you're not understanding a lesson, or, you know, if you're not getting it, the universe or God will, like, you'll be forced to learn it, okay? And it got to where, like, I've been forced to stand in my power. Like, I couldn't take it anymore, okay? Like, the spiritual things that I was going through, you know, that taking my power away, and then people in my life, okay? So it's like, what are you gearing me up for? I'm gonna have to, like, what am I being geared up for? Something. Yeah. Yep, I know. I can feel it in my bones. I can feel it. I can feel it. Okay, so update on the job thing. All of my stuff's still in my car. You know, that night I was just, you know, I was praying and all that, and I have these projects I'm working on, that I haven't felt like I'm not being led to release yet. So like I'm waiting for that, and I'm like, God, just please make it way, da da da. And it's hard to change your like mentality from like worrying that you're not going to have enough, or change your mentality from like lack to abundance. It is. I am an abundant person. I know that. I know I'm abundant, but this last year or so, oh my God, it's really tested my like ability to utilize that abundance. But it's all been about my mindset. All right. So that's been something to overcome too, especially, you see that? Especially, like the way I grew up, you know, like I grew up really poor and all that stuff. And so like, it's been really hard to push through that mentality that, you know, I might not have enough, or, like, I can't do this, I can't do that, this is too expensive, okay? Because, I mean, that's living in fear. And, like, almost all of us are wired that way, even whether we grew up poor or not. So it's very, very hard. So I'm working on that right now. Okay? So, like, of course, you know, I've been praying. And then, you know, I started trying to change the way that I was saying it. So instead of like, please make a way, like da da da. So I said, I started saying, thank you. Thank you that I always have enough. You know, thank you for opportunities that are right for me. Thank you for fruitful adventures. Thank you for everything paid off. Thank you for overflow. Thank you for enough to share. Thank you so much for abundance. I started doing that, and instead of like the attitude of lack, like I changed it to the attitude of gratitude. Okay. And then, you know, the next day I started getting texts, you know, people trying to book appointments and stuff. And I was a little nervous to ask them this, but I have amazing clients, and I'm taking every opportunity that I can, because, and I know, like, every opportunity that I have, I'm taking it as God is sending it, okay? Because I know that I am guided, and I am protected. I know that. Okay, like, so whenever you get to this like stage, whether that's in this life or whatever, like where you're just guided by, you know, your higher guidance. Like, I'm not guided by another person. I'm not guided by like my own thought. Okay, I'm not guided by what my father did or my friend or whatever did. I'm not guided by a preacher. I'm not guided by a book. No, I'm not guided by any of that. I'm guided by my spiritual source. That's what I'm guided by. Okay. You know, a friend of mine asked me this morning to watch a sermon, and please, you know, it probably had something for me in there, and I thought about it for a second, but I was busy. I was working on stuff that I needed to be working on, and also like some self-care things and stuff. And so like I was gonna watch it, and then I thought about it, and I'm like, no, not right now. Like, you know, and it dawned on me, like, I really am guided 100% by my soul. It's hard to do that. It's hard to do that. in this world. This is not a soul-led world. Mm-mm. And you know, I want to say most of the people here are not soul-led, but I don't know that. How am I going to assume something that I have no idea about? I don't know. Okay, but almost everyone that I know isn't. You know, they ask me how I do it and stuff. And, like, it's hard, dude. It is, like... But then it's easy, too. Because it's the most natural thing. Like, it's so natural. It's the way that we should do it. It's just that this world is not... It ain't set up like that. It's not. That's why we came to change it. So I booked some appointments. I'm gonna be doing it at their house. You know, I have this week. I have so far I have one person a day that I'm working on, and that's cool. So that's like some kind of income coming in right now. You know, after I switched my attitude to gratitude, I got some opportunities to just some income and something that I enjoy doing as well. I'm gonna be working on some projects too, and I will either, you know, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I might look for another place, but I'm just, like I said, I'm guided. So if I'm led to look for another place, then I will. But as far as right now, that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. And we'll see. I might I'm gonna talk and it's you know, stand in my power and state what I need to state in 2 days. Can't say that I'm not nervous, but I gotta do what I gotta do. No, that was wrong. No, but if we're being called, if we're feeling led to move away from something or out of something, and we don't, it tends to feel kind of forceful when we have to do it. Like, we eventually come to a point where we have to. And you know, like, I don't understand why yet, but I will. I'm not supposed to understand why yet right now. Like, I don't think, you know, like, things don't work like that. Like, I wouldn't be learning what I'm learning right now if I knew why. So sometimes we're not supposed to know all of it.